no one else got the slut memo. Sorry. That's a great segue to, I'm an education major. Yep, I'm an education major, and that excites and terrifies me at the exact same time. And I think that terrifies me because people have such high standards for teachers. You know, like, they expect them to be heroes, and I know myself, I'll never get there. But I do have a teacher idol myself. It's Mr. Jack Black in School of Rock. We have a lot of things in common. We're very empathetic. We both perpetually have like stains on our shirts. And we are also in bands with fourth graders. But I want to teach middle school, so I think Jack Black is like the perfect role model for a teacher for that age range. You know, he has a lot of like fart jokes, self-deprecating humor, you know, all right up my alley. Hopefully having the same sense of humor as a 12-year-old boy will pay off. Hasn't yet. You know, I just want you to close your eyes for a second and just imagine, like, you're in a 6th grade classroom, there's chatter, you know, students are doing their work, and all of a sudden you hear, rick-a-dick-dick-doo! That's a real attention grabber. They don't teach you that in the College of Education, I'll tell you that. But I was a middle schooler, believe it or not, and I have the music taste to prove it. Boy bands aren't a phase for some of us, okay? Yeah, One Direction for life. Thank you. And as a middle and high schooler, I had just god-awful coping mechanisms. I was a bitch. You know, and when I come home for long periods of time, I start to revert back to, you know, being a 14-year-old girl, and God bless my parents.
Yeah.
I put that in because one of them's here. But, you know, as soon as I step foot in the door, I drop my bags, I hear Lana Del Rey start playing. My laptop is just like, Emily, log into Tumblr. Read really bad poetry and think it applies to your life. It never will. But, you know, as each day passes, my hair part just, you know, goes more and more to one side. My eyeliner just gets darker and darker, covers a lot of surface area. But speaking of hormonal bitches, I was in a sorority. Let me rephrase that. I was in the unique sorority. When you rush, you don't really want to be tagged as unique. It's kind of counterintuitive. You don't really want to be unique when you're going into a sorority. It's not really great. But, you know, on bid day, everyone's opening their cards. I kind of have an idea that I'm going to be in the unique sorority, so I'm kind of really quiet about it. Everyone's opening their cards and they're like, oh my god, I got Zeta, oh my god, I got Pi Phi, whatever. And then I open my card and people are like, oh my god, who'd you get? And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? They're like, oh my god, Zeta? They're so amazing, you're gonna have such a great time. And I'm like, no, Delta Zeta. They're like, oh. They're so genuine. Yeah. But being in the unique sorority came with its challenges. You know, we had events, we socialed with fraternities, you know, instead of the fraternities that were really cool and suave when they roofied you. Too real? Oh, try being a woman, thank you. creepy ones. Yeah, never going back. And you know, there were leadership opportunities. If you want to constitute girl bossing someone so hard to the point of tears as a leadership opportunity, go right ahead. There's plenty of those. But what they don't tell you about being in a sorority is you're basically paying to be part of the Stanford prison experiment. You are, and if you've been in a sorority, you know. Oh my God. You know, like, if you don't know, the Stanford prison experiment was where like a bunch of college students were put into like, they had like higher titles or like, there were inferior and superior titles, and the people with superior titles just harassed and bullied the people with inferior titles, and those people were the executive board of Delta Zeta. Skadoosh. I'm Emily Hansen, thank you.
Oh my gosh! Give it up for Emily! From one former education major to another, well done. And yeah, you can keep doing comedy forever because we get summers off. What's up?